Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we will be covering some more functions, namely count, CountAll, CountIF and CountBlank. So today we will be covering four functions: count, CountAll, CountIf and CountBlank. So let's just get started with the video. And as I earlier told you all that if you feel that my pace of teaching is slow, you can fast forward the video, and today I'll try to increase my pace so that you do not waste your precious time. So let's get started with the topic. Firstly, we'll be looking the count function. So what does it do? What is count function? This function counts the number of numeric entries in a list. It will ignore blanks, text and errors. So count function basically counts. Okay, it just counts the number of cells, I would say. Okay, so what are the exception in count function? So it will ignore the blank cells and it will ignore the text. Okay, so here as you can see I have already done the counts here. I'll just remove it so that we can do. And yes guys, I'll be like giving the link for this file in the description box, so kindly go and download from there. So let's get started. We'll be using the count function here. We'll be selecting the values and it will show the total number of values. We can manually count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So there are 8 cells, but the count function is showing only 6 cells. The reason being the exception of the counts, that is it ignores the text and it also ignores the blank cell. Okay, so if we subtract 2 from 8, so we are left over with 6. Here as you can see there are blanks, so if I apply count function here, okay, so it will show only one, it should show only one, so it's showing one. Okay, and in the previous video I uh, told you about double clicking in the bottom right corner, it will automatically calculate the uh, remaining cells. Okay, so this is how it is. So here you can see it's showing 5 because it is ignoring the text. Okay, it's ignoring the errors. Okay, if there is any error, it is going to ignore. What all things count function will be ignoring? Blank, blank cells, cells containing text or any kind of error, it is going to ignore that. So now moving ahead with the count all. So what does it do? What does count all function do? This function counts the number of numeric or text entries in a list and errors. So it will count all all the cells, except there is one exception, that is it will ignore the blank cells. Okay, so now what does it means? Here I'll show you count all, and just select the cells here, and now it's showing 8. Okay, and I'll double click here and it will show for the rest of the cells. So it will be counting the for the rest of the cells. Okay, so you can see that it is only counting for, it is counting for all of the cells, like either it's containing text on numerical value or any errors, it is going to count everything. Okay, here you can see this is an error, but it is counting that error too. What all things it will ignore? Only it will ignore the blank cells. Okay, so please guys keep practicing with me. Like just watching the video won't help, you have to go to your Excel sheet and you have to practice with me. Okay, so next moving forward with count blank and CountIF function. So count blank, it is very much easy or obvious. with its name itself that it is going to count only the blank cells. Here, as I have applied the formula count, here you can see in the formula bar count blank from D4 to G13. Okay, from D4 to G13 I have applied the count blank. Okay, so it is just going to count all the blank cells. You can count manually 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so you can count manually also, it will show the same result. So count blank is not a hard thing to remember. Next, moving ahead with the CountIF function. So till now, from the previous video also, you should be getting that if is nothing but condition. When we have to apply certain conditions while our calculation, we use if function. So here in count, we are using if function. Like for an example, this vote for yes. So this is our data, and our manager is asking us ki okay Ashish, show me like give me the counts of all the y. Okay, give me the count of all the y from this data. So this is a small data, you can count it manually also. Okay, you can count it manually also. So some of you might ask you, okay Ashish, why there is a need of any formula, why should I remember any formula or function? I can just manually count. But in real scenario, while dealing with the real data, there are lakhs and millions of data. Okay, millions, trillions of data, so you cannot just go manually and calculate that. That is not even possible. Not only with millions, if there would have been thousands of data here, you would not be able to calculate it easily. There will be a lot of mistakes in between, which is why we will be using the functions. Okay, so count a function. Okay guys, I'll be showing you the syntax of the count function. Count a function, there is no use of there is no need of remembering the functions. Okay, syntax of the functions, as it will be visible in the bottom when you will be writing the formulas. So what is the syntax? It is nothing but a range comma criteria. It's very simple. Okay, so here will be what we'll be giving CountIF range. What is our range? This is our range. Okay, this is our range comma criteria. What is our criteria? Y. We need the value of y. We need the calculations of count of only y. So there are total 14 y in here. Same goes with the no. Okay, so this was all for today's lecture. It was a short lecture. So kindly practice it, guys. It might seem very easy, but when you are dealing with the real-time data, it's quite hard. There are a lot of mistakes, silly mistakes here and there. So keep practicing and keep learning. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.